Okay. For practice today, I wanted to speak on the fact that yoga is this like journey to being joyfully content with what is. Um, I think it is so easy to get caught up in this perspective that the postures are the goal of the practice and the destination. But the shapes and the movements are really this vehicle for practicing being content, right? To be in acceptance of where our bodies are at, and then to take that the next step, to be deeply appreciative of what our bodies are capable of, right? I think as humans, we really enjoy having a goal, a direction to go in. But I think we can get really caught up in the physicality of the practice being that goal and destination. And so we get to practice stepping into the place of being in acceptance, and then taking acceptance into appreciation. And I think that it starts here on the mat when we're in our physical shapes and movements, and then we take that and we expand that out into all the different areas of our life, right? So that we can find a sense of peace within any moment, even in the moments of challenge or in the moments where things are not going as expected or planned, in those moments where things dip, because we know that nothing is permanent, right? And we can start to see how it will shift back up. But being okay in those moments where they're a little bit lower, or in the low moments, because we have this practice supporting us in that. So anyhow, we're going to start let's start in seated meditation so we can ground into that intention. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Maybe that's cross-legged or on a block or on your shins, whatever feels good to you. And then take a moment to close your eyes. Once your eyes are closed, make any final adjustments to your shape. Just tuning into the sensation of your body as you sit upon the earth with the support of a block. Maybe allowing your shoulders to shrug up towards your ears before you slide them back and down, creating more openness across your heart. As you settle into your seat, begin to deepen every inhale. And start to lengthen every exhale. As you continue to deepen your breath, feel how the depth of your breath helps to cultivate depth in your connection to this moment. And feel how, as you lengthen out each exhale, as each breath out becomes a little bit slower and steadier. That's an invitation to become steady in the moment at hand, to start to let go of anything in the future or the past, and go of any worry of things to come or things that have already happened. And as we give ourselves permission to set aside worry and rumination, we arrive in this moment right here, right now. We arrive in the moment which has so much potential. And each moment has the potential to change course, change direction, not necessarily requiring any action, right? But just the shift of perspective can help create that shift in direction. And so as we move across our yoga mats today, we offer the intention of moving to find joyful contentment, to be at peace with what is, to settle into the moment, and to remember that the physicality of the practice is only one fraction of the yoga practice. The shapes, the postures are not our goal, not our destination. And so just holding that intention at heart and mind. If you want to, maybe bring one or both hands to your heart. And then we'll just take one round of cleansing breath to begin. As you're ready, take a really full inhale through your nose. And then an open mouth exhale, let it go. Keeping your eyes closed for one more moment, take a deep breath in through your nose. And then keep your lips sealed and exhale through your nose. And stay with this Ujjayi pranayama. And when you're ready, start to open your eyes and begin to find your way into your tabletop pose. Making your way to all fours. Bring your shoulders to stack right over your wrists and your hips will stack right above your knees. And start to inhale to your cow pose. Begin to lift up through your heart and your tailbone. And just taking your time, your exhale is going to guide you into your cat pose. Start to round through your spine, push the earth away. We'll take 2 more cycles of breath here, so maybe moving back and forth, in and out of your cow and your cat. You want to add in some additional movement, you can feel free to get more fluid in these movements. Maybe take it forwards, backwards, side to side. And as you're ready, starting to come back to neutral in your tabletop, just start to tuck your toes and hover your knees and enter to above the earth. So you're in your floating tabletop pose. Then take a moment here to draw your navel to your spine. Make sure your shoulders are stacked right over your wrists. As you push down to the ground, feel that sense of buoyancy throughout your body. Take a slow breath in. And on your exhale, downward facing dog, just begin to press your pelvis up and back. And take a moment here to paddle out through your feet. Begin to check in with your hamstrings. Maybe shake your head gently, yes and no. To release and relax your neck. Fingers are nice and wide as we push the earth away, creating more lift through our tailbone. So your core also help to lift your hips a little bit higher to the sky. And then as you're ready, start to walk it forward into your forward fold. At the top of your yoga mat, let your knees soften. Release your torso towards your thighs. Head is heavy, tailbone tall, maybe sway a little bit forwards and backwards or side to side here. And just as you're ready, start to inhale to your halfway lift, engage through your belly as you lengthen up through your spine. With your exhale, forward fold, let it go. With a deep breath in, we'll rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach your hands up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, soften your knees and slowly hinge forward to your forward fold again. We'll take a halfway lift with breath in, Ardha Uttanasana. And forward fold with breath out. Once again, we inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, big circle sweep of your arms, reach high. This time at the top, your left hand is going to catch your right wrist. As you breathe out, lean to your left for a side body stretch. Root down through your right foot, reach over through your right fingertips. Take one more breath here. And inhale up through your center. Switch your grip and tip over to your right. And then your side body stretch, second side, left foot anchors to the earth. Move your breath into your left side body. We'll inhale through the midline, rise up and reach tall. And your exhale, soft knees, hinge forward to your forward fold. Bend a halfway lift with your breath in. And then as you exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. So right foot stays forward, left foot steps back. Moving towards our cow lunge, left knee will come to a hover. Draw your chest forward through your biceps. Right knee is stacked right above our right ankle. We take an inhale. Now your exhale, your left knee lower to the earth and press through your right foot on Vinyasa. Lift up through your heart and hands. Good. Take a moment here, allow your hips to sink towards the ground. At the same time, think about lifting your rib cage and your chest up to the ceiling. Good. Maybe take a little bit further back through your heart as you take one more breath in. On your exhale, hands to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs so your hamstrings stretch your cat lunge. Okay. Plug your right thigh bone into your pelvis. So right thigh bone is drawing back. And then allow your heart to reach actively forward. And take one more breath in. And this time as we exhale, we'll bend into our right knee and step back into a high plank pose. Plant your palms. Right foot joins your left. With an inhale, shift it forward towards your tippy toes. Then exhale to your belly, really slow and strong. Start to untuck your toes and breathe into your low cobra. Use the strength along your spine to float your chest. Then on your exhale, go ahead and release. Then inhale to your low cobra, or maybe find your high cobra this time. You want to use your hands to lift a little bit higher. Just make sure that your elbows still have a bend in them. And then you're pulling your rib cage forward and through, shoulders out of ears. Take an extra inhale. And then exhale to release. Good. Last one is going to be low cobra, high cobra, or you can go to your upward facing dog. With your breath in, begin to lift your chest. And then follow your breath out back to downward facing dog, hips to the sky. As you find your down dog, use an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top, forward fold. Once you arrive, inhale to your halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Then exhale to step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Right knee comes to a hover first in our cow lunge, just beginning to open the front of our right hip. And really encourage your heart forward as you take an inhale. With exhale, release your right knee down to the ground. Press strong into your left foot to lift your heart and hands. Take a moment to find lift towards the sky. And think about that continuation of the lift of your heart as your hips sink down. You might use your shoulder blades to boost your heart up towards the ceiling. Maybe look up to the sky with your inhale. Then we'll exhale, hands to the earth. Start to lift your back knee and lengthen both of your legs. And getting really strong through both legs. Hug muscle to bone to activate through your quads. And can you find energy in both directions through your left leg? So you're pressing your left foot actively into the earth. You're also plugging your left thigh bone into your pelvis. It's like drawing your left thigh bone back and up. As you find extension with your heart, take your inhale. And then on your exhale, bend into your left knee. Plant through your palms. Step back to your high plank pose. We're going to inhale to shift forward to tippy toes. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way for chaturanga. You'll breathe into your heart opening, either up dog or cobra. And then we'll exhale to downward facing dog, hips go up and back. Good. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. Next inhale reaches your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. On breath out, draw your knee towards your nose, shift forward. Same thing, we're going to inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, slide forward. And one more time, big breath in, right leg reaches top. And exhale, knee to nose. Keep pushing into the earth as you shift forward. This time, three-legged dog. Take an inhale. And step your right foot forward as you exhale. Get really strong through your feet. And then root to rise to your high crescent lunge. Take a nice big breath in. And with exhale, we're going to hinge forward towards an airplane lunge. As you shift forward, lean into your right foot, come to left tibias toes. And then shifting back into high crescents, or to shift into the ball mound of your left foot, and inhale your hands to the sky. Now we're going to take that twice where we exhale, airplane arms, shift forward, come to left tippy toes. And then high crescent lunge, shift slightly back, inhale, hands up. This time exhale, airplane arms, shift forward, left tippy toes. And then allow your hands to come down to the earth. Find a gentle standing splits. Left leg is going to go towards the sky. Feel free to allow a small or a big bend through your right knee. And then take an inhale here. With exhale, we're going to find one Shiva squat bend through both your knees. Left knee is going to tap towards the back of your right calf as your booty gets low. Peek your heart forward to get proud through your chest. And step your left foot back into a low lunge. Good. Left hand's going to plant to the earth. Twist your right hand to the sky, taking a nice big breath in. As you exhale, release your right hand down to the earth. Turn all 10 toes to the left. And bend into your left knee for your side lunge. Or if you wanted to, you could go down to your Skandasana. And then take a nice full breath in. And exhale, we're going to rotate to the back of our yoga mat, low lunge to frame our left foot. As you step into your chair pose, right foot joins your left. Hips get low, we'll lift up through heart and hands. Take a moment here, allow your hands to find heart center. You're going to lean into your left foot and then start to flamingo your right heel up and in. Press down with your left foot, bring your right knee with you to stand. Maybe start to reach your hands up to the sky on your next inhale. And take another breath here, just finding a little bit of steadiness in your first standing balance. And allow your hands to come back to heart center. Step back into a reaching crescent. So as your right toe steps to the back of your yoga mat, you're going to keep this hinge in your body. Reach your hands overhead with your inhale. On your exhale, open arm twist to the left side of the room. Your left hand is going to peel back as you bring yourself upright. Keeping the twist, inhale to exalt. Right hand reaches high to the sky. On your exhale, windmill your hands down into a low lunge, framing your left foot. Palms are going to plant. Inhale your left leg to the sky. With your exhale, bring knee to nose, shift forward. And three-legged dog, slowly with your inhale, left leg reaches. And slowly as you exhale, knee to chest, shift forward. Once more like this, inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose. Then take a three-legged dog one more time. And place your left foot forward. Get strong with your feet, high crescent lunge. Begin to root to rise up, big breath in. On exhale, we airplane forward. So airplane arms, lean into your left foot, come to right tibias toes. As you shift back, high crescent lunge, press your feet, reach up. Right, twice, where we exhale, hinge forward, right tippy toes. Then inhale, high crescent. Last time here, exhale, hinge forward, shift to right tippy toes. When you're ready, big push through your left foot. Standing, splits the right toe, sweep gently to the sky. Don't worry so much about the height of your right leg. You're looking for a big stretch at the back of your left leg. Take your inhale. Then exhale, Shiva squat. Begin to bend through your knees. Lean your weight back into your left heel. As your hips get low, get a little proud through your heart. Step your right foot back into your low lunge. Right palm plants, twist your left hand to the sky, take your inhale. And then when you're ready, exhale, release your left hand. Turn all 10 toes to the right. And bend into your right knee, so you're in your side lunge or skandasana, facing the long edge of your yoga mat. Good, just take one breath in. We're gonna exhale to the front of our yoga mat, completing our circle. We're gonna step into chair pose next. So left foot comes to the top. As your hips get low, lift your heart and hands with your breath in. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Shift your weight and energy into your right foot so you can get light through your left leg. And eventually flamingo your left heel up. Re-engage through your belly, and then when you're ready, root to rise tall with your left leg, reaching your hands to the ceiling as you breathe. Take one more cycle of breath here. Then we find that slow step back into our reaching crescent. So start with your hands at your heart, and slowly step your left toes to the far back of your yoga mat. Keeping that hinge at your hips, reach your hands forward at the diagonal, take a big breath in. As you exhale, open or twist to the right. Right hand's gonna draw you up and twist you to the right side. Now keeping the twist, follow your inhale to exalt, left hand reaches to the ceiling. On your exhale, begin to windmill your hands down to frame your right foot low lunge. Press into your hands, three-legged dog. Inhale, reaches your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. We hold for inhale. We stay for exhale. Three-legged dog, re-extend your right leg high. Then place your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Strong through your legs, high crescent. Take a big breath in to rise up. On your breath out, just settle into your shape. So we're gonna rise all the way into our one-legged mountain pose from here. That's a big step, a big transition into a standing balance. So you wanna think about that kind of airplane lunge sensation that we practiced earlier, where you shift the weight out of the back leg. So I like to take it as an inhale to reach high. My exhale, I start to shift into my right foot. And as I breathe in, left leg comes with me to standing. And you take your time to get here. If your left toes need to drag along the earth, that's fine. Once you find your one-legged Tadasana with your left knee lifted, your right hand is going to grab your left wrist. Left foot is stepping back into a curtsy lunge. As your left toes step back, start to lean over to the right. Make sure your right toes are still pointing directly to the top of your yoga mat. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, begin to hinge your heart forward, bring hands to heart center. We're gonna go into a Shiva squat with our torso upright. So lean into your right foot. Bring your left knee towards the back of your right calf. When we step back, we're gonna step our left foot back about hips distance. So not into the curtsy, but into our regular reaching crescent. Left toe step back. Reach your hands overhead, take an inhale. You're in that diagonal hinge. On your exhale, like we did before, right hand peels us up and open to our open arm twist. Once you find your open arm twist, start to inhale to exalt. Reach your left fingertips to the sky. This time as you exhale, keeping the twist, bring our left hand down to the earth, right hand to the ceiling, twisted low lunge. Give yourself a moment here. You have the option to stay here,
Otherwise, get really solid through your left hand. We're going to step back into our side plank. Left hand is your base. As your right foot steps back, lift your hips up high. Take a nice big breath in here. On exhale, we're going to go into a forearm side plank facing the opposite direction. So using your core to stabilize your hips, you're going to bring your right forearm down to the earth. Your elbow is beneath your shoulder. Your forearm is parallel to the top of your yoga mat. You're going to flip your toes and reach your left hand high. And take a nice big breath in. On exhale, we're going high plank. Left palm to the earth, spin onto your toes, push through your forearm. Right hand comes up. From your high plank, inhale forward to your tippy toes. You choose chaturanga or a down dog as you exhale. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Let's reset with the breath together. Take an inhale through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. We'll breathe our left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Hold for your breath in. And stay for your breath out. Then inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Use your exhale to step your left foot forward to the top. As you get strong through your feet, root and rise up, high crescent lunge on your breath in. You're going to take a moment to settle with breath out. And when you're ready for that big transition, try to find the steadiness in the spaces between. So it's not just that our goal is to get to our one-legged mountain pose, it's to find that control along the way. Big inhale. On your exhale, start to hinge forward. Use your breath to bring your right knee with you to standing one-legged mountain pose. Try to relax your shoulders out of your ears. Left hand's going to grab your right wrist. And step back into your curtsy lunge. Right foot crosses behind you. We keep our left toes forward. Then we add in that side bend as you tip towards the left. Take a big breath in. On exhale, as we bring our heart forward to center, hands will come to heart center. So to shift into your Shiva squat. Right knee bends towards the back of your left calf. Keep your chest proud. Take a moment here. And when you're ready, reaching crescent. So right foot's going to step back into your traditional lunge legs. As your right toes land, reach your hands forward at the diagonal with your inhale. And exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left hand's going to peel back and bring you upright so you're twisted to the left side of the room. Perfect, keeping the twist. Inhale, right hand to the sky. On your exhale, keep the twist. Right hand's going to come all the way down to the ground. Left hand to the ceiling. And then as controlled as you can, so trying to find that control in the spaces between, we're going to go side plank, Vashisthasana. It'll be easier to smooth out that transition if you start to pivot the back foot down to the earth completely first. So you're on the outside edge of your right foot. That way you can have a cleaner step back into your side plank. Take a nice big breath in. On your exhale, forearm side plank to face the opposite direction. Use your core to bring your left forearm to the earth. I like to create a fist for this because I'm going to have to place my right hand back down in a moment. Right hand to the sky. Hips are high. Left elbow and forearm are actively pressing to the ground. Take your breath in. Exhale, high plank. Push through your right hand. You spin onto your toes. Push to your left hand. Inhale shifts you forward. You choose chaturanga or down dog. As we find our downward facing dog, we'll take a breath to reset. Deep inhale in. And open mouth, exhale out. Okay, here we go. We're going to move through it one more time with a couple spaces of add-ons and changes, customizing to you as we go. We'll inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale is knee to nose shift forward. Hold or take a one-legged plank as you breathe in. Actively pull your belly button to your spine as your right leg reaches back. And then exhale, knee to nose again. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg to the ceiling, big breath in. On your exhale, bend your knee and open your hip dog at a fire hydrant, breath out. Take a hip circle in each direction here. Is using the strength of your right glute. And step your right foot forward to the top. Getting strong with your legs, high crescent lunge. Inhale brings you upright. And your exhale, begin to shift forward. One-legged Tadasana, left leg comes with you to stand. Relax your shoulders. Your right hand is going to catch your left wrist. When you're ready, start to step your left foot back into that curtsy lunge. As you tip over to the right, you can keep your left thigh bone lifting to the sky, or you can dip your left knee towards a hover. The choice is yours. Take an inhale. As you exhale, begin to hinge forward and bring hands to heart center. Shiva squat, left knee is coming towards the back of your right calf. You can hold here for a moment, or if you want to, inhale, lengthen your left leg back like an airplane leg. Exhale, Shiva squat, bring your left knee in again. Stepping back into our reaching crescent, left toes to the back of your yoga mat. Reach your hands at the diagonal, big inhale. Open arm twist to the right as you exhale, bring yourself upright. Big breath in to exalt, left hand to the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to unwind into a warrior two, facing the opposite side of our yoga mat. And then bringing your hands to heart center, side lunge into your left knee. Pivot your right toes to the long edge, or you can go Skandasana if you prefer. Either one. Take your inhale. Low lunge to the back of your yoga mat as you exhale. Right palm is going to plant. Twist your left hand to the sky. Take a nice big breath in. On exhale, you can stay here or horizon lunge. Turn all 10 toes to the left side of your yoga mat. You may have to wiggle your left foot back in space. Be on the knife edges of both of your feet. All 10 toes are pointing to the left. Maybe sink your hips and reach your left hand towards what was the front of our yoga mat before. We'll inhale, lift your hips high, rainbow your left hand up and overhead. From here, side plank. Left foot steps back, left hand is high, hips are high. We take our inhale. Forearm side plank to face the opposite direction with exhale. Super strong through your core to support your wrists through this transition. So you find your forearm side plank, take a nice big breath in. On exhale, we're going up to our high plank. Spin onto your toes, push the earth away. Inhale forward. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Beautiful. Taking 3 cycles of breath before we do second side. You can stay in your down dog, or you can take 3 breaths in your child's pose. It's up to you. Just take a moment to come back to you, come back to body and breath. We'll check in with second side of this version of our flow. And then we'll see how much time we have left. And one more breath here. When you're ready, begin to shift into your downward facing dog, facing the back of your yoga mat. Just slide forward, tuck your toes, and lift your hips. Once you find your downward facing dog, use an inhale to reach your left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee towards nose, shoulders come to stack above your wrists. Hold here or one-legged plank on your breath in. And then knee to nose is your breath out. Three-legged dog, reach your left leg high with your breath in. And go ahead and step your left foot slowly forward with exhale. Reroute to rise, high crescent lunge. As you're ready, begin to shift forward into your one-legged Tadasana. Once you have your right leg lifted, left hand catches right wrist. Step your right foot back and behind into your curtsy lunge. Take your side bend to the left, and if you want to, you can dip your right knee to a hover. Two different options, just two different sensations. We'll start to shift forward into our Shiva squat. Hands find heart as your right knee goes towards your left calf. Hold or extend your right leg back for a little airplane moment as you inhale, left knee still nice and bent. Exhale, right knee comes back in, Shiva squat legs. Reaching crescent as your right toes land, reach your hands forward at the diagonal, push through your left heel, big breath in. Open arm twist to the left, we draw up and open. We'll inhale to exalt, right hand reaches high. On your exhale, we're gonna go warrior two. Right heel spins down, and we settle in. From here, side lunge or skandasana, bend into your right knee. Take your inhale, and rotate to the top of your yoga mat as you exhale. Left palm plants, twist your right hand to the sky. Decide if you want to stay here, or if you'd like to move into that horizon lunge where all 10 toes are going to the right side of your yoga mat. Most of us will walk the right foot back at least a couple inches, so that as we flex through our feet, we're on the outside edges of both of our feet. Option to drop your hips down towards the earth and reach to the back of your yoga mat one time, big breath in. Use your exhale to root down and lift your hips up. Side plank, Vashisthasana, right foot joins your left. Take your inhale. Forearm side plank to face the opposite direction as you exhale. So finding that pivot on your toes. Left hand goes high, big breath in. Exhale to your high plank. Spin onto your toes, push your way up. Inhale guides you forward. Then you decide chaturanga or down dog. And as you find your downward facing dog, take a full inhale through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. We're gonna inhale our right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring your right leg forward, half pigeon. So your right shin is gonna go towards parallel to the top of your yoga mat. For today, keep your back toes tucked to help square your hips. Start with your heart nice and proud. Take an inhale. Then if you would like to exhale to fold forward for your half pigeon. Feel free to use a block to bring the earth closer to your body for your forearms or for your forehead. We'll just be here about 3 to 5 cycles of breath. Feel free to take a figure 4 instead if that works better for your body. And take a nice big breath in. Maybe open mouth, exhale out. As you rise up, we're going to bring our left leg across, either into a cross-legged seat, so left shin can be in front, or you could also go into your double pigeon and stack your left shin on top of your right. Feet are flexed, especially if you're in your double pigeon. Either is fine. We're going to inhale to get proud through our heart space. Think cow spine. On your exhale, holding on to your knees or your shin bones, round into your cat spine. Tuck your tailbone around the back. And just twist more like that. Inhale, feel the bowl of your pelvis spill forward, open your chest. And exhale, tuck, curl, and round, chin to chest. This doesn't have to be super exaggerated. You'll probably get more range of motion if you're in your cross-legged seat variation. One more time, inhale forward, really squeeze your shoulder blades together. So think active through the back body to open the chest. And exhale, let your shoulder blades spread super wide as you tuck and round. So start to find yourself upright again. Then bring your right hand down to the earth. Reach your left hand up to the sky and then over into your side body stretch. That's what it looks like from different angles. We're just here. Take a nice big breath in, maybe turn your heart more open to the ceiling. As you breathe out, option for your left hand to thread underneath your right ribs. Reach towards the wall behind you. Big back body stretch. We'll inhale up. We'll exhale to upright. We're just going to go into the second side of our half pigeon. If you want to go through your three-legged dog, you can. Or just bring your left shin forward. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Left shin is forward in your half pigeon. Send your right leg back. Again, we're going to work with tucked right toes or tucked back toes today, if that works for you. Left shin bone is moving towards parallel to the top of your yoga mat. It doesn't have to be parallel exactly. We're just working towards that over time. Your right hip bone is hugging forward and you're slightly internally rotating your right hip bone. So imagine your right hip bone would pull to center to touch your left hip bone. Okay, left ankle is super active and you're pressing your left shin bone down to the earth. Get proud through your heart as you breathe in. And exhale to fold forward if you would like to with breath out. You settle in for 3 to 5 cycles of breath, giving ourselves time and space to release. Notice if your teeth are clenched tight, try to relax your jaw. Release your shoulders away from your ears. And just take one more cycle of breath. As you're ready to make your way up and out, you'll rise up through a seat. Sweep your right shin either in front or on top for cross-legged seat or double pigeon legs. We're going to hold on to our knees or our shin bone and inhale to a proud cow spine, heart open. And exhale, tuck and round into your cow spine. I'm just running that twice more with your breath. Inhale draws you forward. Then exhale, round it back. The last round, as you're ready, big breath in, open chest. Really try to tip the front of your pelvis forward so you get this arch through your back. Then exhale, doing the opposite. We tuck the tailbone under and round the spine. Shoulder blades wide. So you bring ourselves upright. We'll bring our left hand down to the earth beside us. Reach your right hand up and over into your side body stretch. You can bend your left elbow a little bit so your shoulder is out of your ear. And spiral your heart to the sky with an inhale. On your exhale, right hand might thread underneath you, reaching underneath your left ribs towards the wall behind your heart. The big breath in, we bring it up to center. Then exhale to upright. Unwinding your legs. Knees are bent, feet come out in front of you. You can do like a little windshield wiper first if you want. But then we're going to plant our palms to the earth underneath our shoulders. Fingertips face your seat. reverse tabletop. If you'd rather just lift your heart, you can do that. Otherwise, also press into your feet and lift your pelvis. Taking a nice big breath in. A nice slow breath out. Take one more breath or so here. You did a lot of chaturangas today, so giving yourself a moment to release your shoulders. And eventually let your hips land to the earth. As your hips land, flex your feet into the ground to create your heel anchors. Use your core and your heels digging into the earth to sit you up nice and tall. Your hands will reach to the ceiling. Take your inhale. On your exhale, begin to lower back about halfway and reach your hands forward. So you're going to find that sweet spot where it's really challenging for your core. Actively pull your belly button to your spine. Draw your shoulders back out of your ears and take an inhale. On your exhale, your left hand's going to peel open, twist your heart to the left. You're spreading your collarbones wide, navel to spine. We inhale through center, left hand reaches forward. Draw your front ribs in. Second side, exhale, sweep your right hand back. Turn your heart towards the right to keep your heels anchored, belly strong. Then inhale through your center. On your exhale, use your core to lower your low back to the earth, finding your low boat pose. Legs float up, chest is proud. Take your inhale. Just like we did before, we're going to exhale and peel the left hand back in space. Collarbones wide. Big breath in brings your left hand forward. Then exhale, second side. Take your right hand back in space. As you inhale, right hand goes forward. Exhale, bend your knees to your chest to release and relax. I'm going to take a moment here and be finding your happy baby pose or drawing circles with your knees, whichever feels best. We'll take a nice big breath in. And then with breath out, keep your knees bent. Start to set up for your bridge pose. So heels will stack beneath your knees. Use an inhale to begin to root down into your feet. And then as you exhale, anchor through your feet. And begin to lift your pelvis. And putting that balance between effort and ease here. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades a little bit closer together behind your heart. Think about length and strength. Belly is strong. Hamstrings and glutes are strong. We're also spacious through the low back and the front line. Draw your shoulders out of your ears. You stretch the crown of your head to the back of the room. And take 2 more cycles of breath. And when you're ready to release, take your time to slowly bring your hips down to the ground. Once your hips arrive to the earth, extend your left leg forward, draw your right knee into your right shoulder. Pause for your inhale. And then supine twist as you exhale. Let's take about 2 cycles of breath here, feeling your right side body expand as you inhale. And encouraging a little bit more depth into your twist, your rotation with exhale. With an in-breath, start to come back to center. Bring both your knees into your chest. Then hands will catch your left shin, reach your right leg long across the earth. Pause for your inhale, and then let your exhale guide you into your twist, second side. As your left knee falls across you, try to get really heavy through your left shoulder. And then just allow your breath to take over. As you start to come back to center this time, we're gonna go into a Supta Baddha Konasana butterfly. So you're kind of set up just to like unwind into that, let your left knee fall open wide. Right foot comes to meet your left. Adjust as much as you need to. So you find your butterfly shape and then allow your eyes to close and be hands rest on your belly. Just taking a moment, feel the rise of each breath in. And feel the release of each breath out. As you tune into your breath, ask yourself if there's anything else that you need, any final shape or movement that would help you to feel more complete in your practice today. And you can choose to stay here for a couple extra breaths. You can choose to add in something else that your body is craving, something specific to you. Or if you want to, you can start to make your way into Shavasana already. So if you want a couple extra rounds of breath, just in rest, go ahead and reach down to the outsides of your thighs. You'll draw your knees into your chest, maybe curl your nose up to your knees. Take a really generous and full inhale. And whenever you're ready, you'll exhale to your Shavasana. Again, if you're adding in a final shape or movement, please take your time. There's no rush. But also know that you don't need to fill in the space just to fill it in. Just because there's space here, you can go directly into rest if you're ready to do so. We start to make our way into Shavasana these last few minutes of class. We have this opportunity to connect back to the intention of being joyfully content with what is. We take a moment to reflect on our practice. And then we recognize our bodies, our breath, all that we just move through, and we set it aside. Arriving back into the present moment right in front of us. The moment that holds so much potential. Again, the moment where we get to choose the direction that we begin to wander in. Just first led by our perspective. So if your mind feels a little bit busy as you settle into Shavasana, you can give the mind a task of watching the inner dialogue, your inner landscape of thoughts, feelings, so that you can become more aware of how you speak to yourself. So the way that we speak to ourselves is a reflection of our perspective, the lens through which we view the world. And so often, the first step of creating a shift in direction begins inside and a shift in perspective and how we speak to ourselves, and about the world around us. As we settle into stillness, it might feel good to take one more cleansing breath. If so, draw a nice deep inhale in through your nose. Then open mouth exhale, sigh that breath out.
Just for another minute or so, allowing yourself the space to embrace stillness or to be in that mindful observation of body, breath, heart, and mind. Another minute to practice being present, deeply connected to the moment in front of you. Maybe you stay exactly as you are. Maybe you start to bring hands to heart center to close your practice. Whatever feels most true for you. Let me just take this last moment always to pausing the deepest gratitude and appreciation for the yoga practice itself. Again, this practice that leads us to be joyfully content with what is and peaceful in any moment. Yeah, so in gratitude of this practice, the tools that it provides, the insight, the clarity, the wisdom we receive, in gratitude of our bodies and our breath and this time that we shared, we'll take one more breath all together. Yeah, find a deep inhale in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. May our practices serve as our teachers, always leading us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so much, and namaste.